is up, guys? It is Scumpy, and this is going to be my post EGL um, commentary. I'm probably gonna do like a 2 or 3 part to this. There was a lot that went down. It was my first trip to Europe, so there was a lot of new experiences and a lot of new things that I saw and a lot of new things that I did. So this commentary is gonna be mainly like the process, like what we had to do, how we got there, and what we did when we got there. And then the next ones are gonna be like describing little things that like happened and like little experiences that I underwent. So let's start off with me waking up. I woke up about 2 on Thursday, and I had to drive to the Philadelphia airport, which is about an hour and a half from my home. And from there, I met up with my teammates. I was running a little bit late. Uh, all the passports that you have to show your passport like 3 or 4 times before you even get to security. So I was almost a little bit late. I had like 5 minutes left until our flight boarded. But it was sweet because when I got there, all my teammates were already all sitting together. I got a boner when I saw them. I was like, yo, yo, yo. Like, I don't know. It's just really nice to see all my teammates. You don't get to see them often, so when you're with them, you really want to have the best of the time as you can. But so we got there, we're at the airport, we board our plane, and this plane was incredible. It was a A330, I believe, and we flew on US Airways. And this thing was the craziest plane I've ever been on. The flight that I went to Anaheim was a 242, which was 2 seats on the sides, and then a middle row that had 4 seats in it. And this was the same format, but there was more technology and more things that they had to offer to you while you were flying. One of them being a whole entertainment system. We could pick from like 30 to 40 different movies, and they're all relatively new. I believe on the way there we watched like shit. What did we watch? We watched Dodgeball. We watched half of Dodgeball, which isn't new, but it was still really good. We watched. I don't even remember what we watched, but the movies were good. They were all really new, as I said. And yeah, you could watch anything. You could watch TV shows, but they only had single episodes, so wasn't really worth watching it if you're like into the TV series. They only had like old episodes. They had they had music, but I mean we had our own music, so we didn't really listen to that. But it was just really cool to see the technology on that flight. And then the next thing that was different was they gave us food during the flight, which was insane to me. I didn't know that they did that. It was about a six and a half hour to 7 hour flight on the way there because we had the tailwind, the jet stream or whatever the heck it's called, pushing behind us. So it was about a 6.5 to 7 hour flight, and about 2 hours into it, they served us dinner, which was insane. Um, we got what did we get? We got the choice of like chicken or pasta, and the pasta was insanely good. Like people always say they like airline food, and now I understand why. That was like incredibly good. I destroyed it. I was so starving I didn't get to eat before I went there because I was late to my gate. But yeah, the food was amazing. And after we ate, it was just really smooth sailing. They gave us like a snack, but the flight wasn't as bad as it sounds. Like a 6.5 hour flight to 7 hours, like that must suck. But it was really cool because I was sitting next to one of my teammates, Merc or Joe, and we had a good time. We just watched movies together, and we just broed out really. And then Ray and Will, they didn't get to sit with us. They were on the other side, but they got to sit with us on the way back. We actually were all lined up because what me and Joe had to do, he had to ask somebody if he could sit there, and the man was nice enough to say yeah. Joe was like, he's my friend, can I sit with him? The guy was like, yeah, yeah, it's fine. But so they sat separate from us, and when we got there, it was really crazy. Like right when you got there, you could just tell that people were dressed differently. You could hear accents already, and it's really hard to understand some people over there. They have some really heavy accents, even though they're still speaking English. But you just have to like be like, what? Like, what did you say? And they'll repeat it. Sometimes they went a little slower. Sometimes I still didn't know what the hell they were saying. I just nodded and shook my head and smiled. But after that, we got there. We had to take a train, and this was actually the first time I've ever been on the train. And funny story, I I had to put my stuff up. I had to put my luggage up, and there were 5 of us, and these cubbies only held 4 people. And I was sitting across from my team. We were all like real close together still. We were still holding a conversation. And then I was sitting in a reserved seat, so I had to get up. And I sit there, and then these four, like, 10-year-old girls come right across from me. It was the most awkward experience ever. And they were, like, kicking my legs and shit. Oh, it was so annoying. I was about to get up and punch a bitch. But it was about an hour and a half. We flew into Manchester, so it was about an hour and a half train ride into Blackpool, which was where the tournament was being held. And the tournament was being held in the bottom of a hotel. It wasn't the bottom. It wasn't like the basement of the hotel. It was just like the bottom floor, and it was like a big ballroom, I guess, like people where you would really usually hold dances or something. But it was there, and it was a really nice venue. There was a main stage set up. There was a feature stage, just like MLG, but the only difference was there was like a lot of clutter, and it wasn't as organized as an MLG event would be. But it was still really nice. I can't complain about the venue. And we had to, what really sucked was we got in around 11 a.m. We got to our hotel around 11 a.m. British EU time. I don't know what the time zone's called, but we got in around 11, and we couldn't go into our room until 2:30. So we were pissed because we were ridiculously tired, first of all, and then there was really nothing to do yet because the event hadn't started and you couldn't go into the venue, and the town was a shithole. Like I don't mean to hate on like British people, because they warned us before we got there. They were like, don't judge the rest of England by this one town. Like it's a piece of shit. And now I know why they said that, because that town literally was dead. It had nothing. It had like one convenience store and then a fish and chip spot that was like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, like a minute walk away from the venue. It was like right across the street. And that was it. And we literally like made them run out of supplies in those stores. That's how crazy the event was. There was like 110 teams. And just think, there were 3 games there. There was Halo, Gears of War, and Call of Duty on the Xbox and PS3. And just for the Xbox, there was 115 teams or something like that. So just picture 450 extra people there, like, gaming, and they need their energy drinks and stuff. So that convenience store just got bombarded. But after that, it was a pretty normal day. We tried to take a nap for like 3 hours. We took a nap for 3 hours, and then we went down, and we didn't have to register because our one of our managers did that for us, and he just gave us the bands, which was nice, so we could sleep. But even after that sleep, like, I was just still so beat. I was so miserable. It was unreal. Uh, it just sucks whenever you fly overseas, and like it feels like it's a different time, but it's like their time. It's just weird. It was like 5 hour difference, and whenever it's 2 o'clock there, it's really 9 o'clock over here, so your brain's like all fucked up. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed like the rundown of our day there. If you enjoyed it, give a like and a favorite as always, and follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/APEX_Scump. Thanks guys for watching as always, and take it easy.